Hello and welcome to Pantheon of Geeks. You join us for a rather quick, I would imagine, unboxing, unwrapping maybe, of some city scenics. So we've got these here. We've got street lamps, sewers and barricades, two different types. This is the TT Combat, as you can see, set, which is just used for anything in particular, but it's very, very good for Batman miniatures game because you need sewers and you need lamps because everything in Batman takes place at night. So you need the lamps to light things up and you can travel between the sewers. So this is perfect for Batman. Plus we get some barricades and stuff, so that's good for like blocking line of sight anyway in any game. But that's cool. So I think we'll be using these mainly in Batman. I mean, we might see some of the sewers and stuff as markers maybe in Malifaux or other games. But let's have a look at what we get. So this is the actual thing. We've got two of them, as you can see. Therefore we've got enough for the Batman game. So let's just get this undone and unwrapped. So if you've seen other Scenics videos for this month, you'll have seen that we've done two warehouses. The two different types that also come from TT Combat. We're very impressed by them. And now we've got them onto a 3x3 board. They do take up most of the board, really. So those two buildings alone are basically an entire battlefield, along with these. So I'm pretty happy about that. But let's have a look at what we get. We get some city sewers, the ones that just say sewers on. So they need to be popped out, painted, and they're done. That's the easiest thing I've ever built. There we go. So those are you get 4 sewers in each pack. There we go. And then we have these are the bases for the lamps. I'll take them out. And then what we've got here, you can see we've got this type of lamp. So that's the structure for the lamp. That's the lamp head there. And all these round bits are actually the circular part of the lamp. So they'll come out, stick onto this bit here, and then it makes it look like it's round up to that point, and then this bit's stuck on top. So you get 2 of those, of that type, and then we get 2 of this type, whereby that's the lamp pole there. And then we have these circular bits again, which go onto there.
I think they're called carriage lamps, because the lamp is like what you'd have on a carriage.
Alright, are they? Cool. Got you.
I think they are.
Carriage lamps. But they're made up by this top part there, which attach onto these. And then we have the barricades here. These are the big bulky stop your car type cement barricades, or whatever they're meant to be. And these are the small, you're not allowed to come past this point, police type barricades. So what we'll do is we'll get all these bits off and we shall stick them together. So there's one of the barricades, the big ones, which are basically made up of these 3 parts. I haven't even glued this together. That's just gone like that. I will put some glue on it to just make sure it doesn't fall to bits, but basically you get these 3. One goes in the middle, like that. Just gives you your strength in the middle, and the other 2 just literally push onto the ends, which I've just done right on that one. This one will be obliging and go on. There we go, that's it. Barricade. I said, obviously that's not glued. It's actually pretty sturdy. I think I will glue it just so it doesn't fall to bits, because there's no point in taking them apart again. But there we go, that's how easy they are. So let's take a look at the other ones. So these are the other type of barricade. So that's one that's finished. That's basically 3 parts, 2 little A-frames, and the middle part. One goes on either side. Done. Just like that. I'm going to stick them on just so they don't fall off, but there you go. So let's have a look at the lamps next. Okay, so here's the first type of lamp. There's one there. And so it's one of these. 10 of these little things. A base and the actual light part of the lamp. So first thing we do is we stick these onto here. There should be 10 of them. And the first time, on the first lamp anyway, I'll just see if it does the same thing, where it doesn't quite fit on. This is a real time, this. Come on you go. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do the same thing. Let's just check. So there's a, push them right up. There's a gap there which I don't think is big enough, is it, on this one? I think it's just a little bit too small, that gap. A little bit of... Is it going to go on? No. Right. So you see the little problem there, it's not quite long enough. The gap's not quite large enough. So what we're going to do is just going to cut a tiny, tiny little bit off that. Just literally 2 or 3 millimeters of that off. Just using a pair of clippers. Just to give it a little bit of room just to wedge itself on. Being pretty careful with this because I don't want to snap it off. Okay. Not the camera now, why not? Let's see if it goes on now. Should do. There we go. So just cut a little bit off there. And then we'll just push all that on. So for security you can glue these on, but they're pretty tight on there. And this bit literally glues onto that bit. And this bit glues on to that bit. And there we have a finished lamp. Cool. So I'm going to get all 4 of them done and I'll be back in a second. So the next lamp is this type. Like I say, it's like a carriage lamp. So we have one of these. Again, we have 10 of these, which close to look like little Pac-Man. So we've got 10 of them. Again, same thing applies. They don't quite fit on. You've got to cut like 2 millimeters of that off to make it fit on properly, and then just glue it straight onto the base. So I'll not bother showing you that bit again. The difference on this is the top part. That consists of quite a few bits. So we've got, oops, at least that's sturdy. We've got 3 pieces like that. Then we have 1 piece like that's got a little extra bit at the top. And that's going to make the cross section that you can see at the top there. And then we also have 2 of these. 2 of these. And 1 of these. So basically what you do, you start with this little bit there. 1 of these will go on there. There we go. That's how we start. Then you want to put the other one of them on top of there. So you've got 2 of them. And then you want to put 2 of them on top of that. And 1 of them, there's the big one, right at the top. So you see there you get this stepped appearance. And then you've got to put on 1 of these down each of the sides. And it's a little bit faffy because they could have done with having this run all the way through and then have squares in between them all. But then again, these would have been really weak then because there's only like the smallest amount of wood imaginable. That's probably why they didn't do it. It's probably used a structure. But you see there, it did go together. You still got this line there of stuff that's going to need to be... We'll try and file them down a bit, just like the backs of these, because it's just the parts where it's come off the wooden sprue. So I'm going to stick these other ones together and we'll be back at the end. So once we've glued all these like that, because the glue's still wet, we're literally just going to push one of these onto this side. Just do off camera because it's quite fiddly. So I've pushed the other side on as well, just to straighten it up. So you can see that gap now down there where it fits in. So we're just going to put the other 2 sides on and then I'll just build the rest of the lamps up. Cool. So just quickly, another way to stick this top part together, which might be easier, is to take one of these, preferably that one with the extra bit on, start with that, and then actually glue along there, and then fit these top parts, the top 3 parts, into place first. So I'll just do that, like that, and then take the opposite side, and a little bit of glue, tiny bit of glue. It's a really old brush, covered in globules of glue, just be careful. And then we shove that in the other side and hope it goes in first time. Like that. So then we just put the other 2 sides on as well. And then separately we glue on one of these onto this. And then you've got basically the top part and the bottom part, and all you have is one of these separate, so I actually just use super glue to glue the 2 bits together. And that was a lot quicker doing it that way. So let's get the other 2 bits on this. So there we have the 4 sides on. We've glued that onto there, which just leaves the 1 bit there to put on. We put glue on both sides of that, super glue, and that'll stick the whole bit together then. There we go. That's probably an easier way to do it than try and put it all together at once, like I did the first time. But you can do it either way, whichever way you find easier. So we're back once everything's together. So there we go, everything together. That's 2 sets of the street accessories. That should be everything we need now for Batman, that along with the 2 buildings that we got. So if you haven't seen those videos, check them out. But thanks for watching this one. I know it's been quite a short one, but hopefully it's been helpful if you've got this and get stuck or anything, or we're wondering whether to buy it or not. It does look pretty good actually. There's just obviously a few bits that need filing off things, so I'll try sanding them down a little bit before I paint them. But it's not massive if I don't, because you know this is Gotham or maybe even Malifaux, so nothing's perfect and everything's a bit dingy. So I think they'll be just fine. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully you'll join us again soon for more scenery videos and some more Malifaux videos. And hopefully, if anyone's interested, and if we get time, we'll be doing some Batman videos, and if we get time, maybe even some Age of Sigmar battles, but we'll see if we get time for that. But stay tuned, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care guys.
Bye.
Bye.